All the biggest AI experts in the world are saying the same thing. The next wave of billion-dollar companies won't have 100 employees. They won't have 50 employees. They'll have one. One person using AI agents to do all the work. And if you do exactly what I teach you today, that could be you. I'm Dan Martell. I've built and sold multiple software companies. I've coached thousands of people building AI businesses, some to 8 and 9-figure exits. And what's happening right now with AI is the biggest opportunity I've seen since early 2000s. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to completely rethink growing a business now that AI exists, the exact 6-step process to build a one-person AI business from 0 to 10 million plus, maybe even billions, and how to get paid before you build anything. Let's start with rethinking business growth. Step number 1, stop throwing bodies at problems. The traditional business model is have an idea, hire people, pay a lot of money in salaries, manage chaos, scale by adding headcount. The new model is completely different. The one-person AI business model, you start by first identifying the bottleneck, then you look for ways to automate it using AI, and the complexity shrinks as revenue grows. Your job in this new world of AI isn't to do the work, it's to design the system that does the work. Or as Elon Musk says, building the machine that runs a machine. In a one-person AI business, you spend time on high-leverage decisions, not managing people's calendars. All right, so now that you understand how to think about growing your business, let me walk you through the exact steps to build things from scratch. Step number 2, find a painful problem worth solving. The biggest mistake that AI founders make is they fall in love with the tech, not the problem. So that's why we start with the pain, not the ideas. We fall in love with the customer's problems, not the product. Another way to think about it is you're looking for a must-have, something that people feel like, I gotta get this solved, not a nice-to-have, not a vitamin. We wanna find the painkiller problems in the market. For example, when I started my company Flowtown back in the day, I almost died because I sold to the wrong customer. I fell in love with the product and I thought every small business is gonna wanna use this software. It's so simple, it's a marketing tool. How could they not want more customers? So I was selling to businesses that were hiring an agency when I should have been selling to the agency instead. So here's how you find a pain worth solving. The first thing is you want to pick a growing market. AI automation and real estate, healthcare, coaching, all these industries right now are growing really fast because of this technology and they're in pain and they need somebody like you to come in with a better tool. Now, here's a pro tip. There's an AI tool called Manus. I would encourage you to ask Manus AI to do the research for you. Go through and analyze and come back to you based on your background and what you're passionate about and tell you where to start finding those painful problems to solve. If you don't know Manus, that's fine. By the end of the video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to use it and it's simpler than you think. Number 2 is call to ask for advice. If you call to try to sell them something, you'll get advice. If you call for advice, you'll get a sale. If I try to approach them from a sales point of view and try to be like, you got this problem, guess what they're gonna do? Hang up on me. Ask for advice, it gets you in the door, you understand your customer's problem, and then you get the opportunity to present them your solution. Which brings us to the next step. Number 3 is talk to at least 10 people. Help them design the initial specs with you and keep those contacts written down because we're gonna need them again soon. The reason you start with painful problems is because their problems are probably already throwing money at. So once you find a problem people are already doing that with, you're 80% of the way there. Now that you fully understand their pain, you need to make sure that you nail this next step. Step number 3, solve the problem manually first. What we wanna do is we wanna fix the problem by hand before we automate anything so that we can get paid to learn the steps and the process. So essentially what we wanna do is we wanna start with the workflows, not the features. And I know you get excited about the features and it can do this and that. That's not where we start. We gotta understand the steps first before we code them. It's like my buddy Matt. He started a company called Precision. It's this powerful platform that allows people to plug in their data for their business. It tells them exactly what to do to fix any problems that arise. The first version of this was not this complicated, coded, data-centric, automated AI thing. It was a spreadsheet. And with that spreadsheet, he was able to talk to customers, validate their problems, create a group of early adopters, essentially simulate the whole product before he built anything. And this is a technical guy who already sold his company. When people argue with me on this point, I always say, do you know about crowdfunding? Do you know about Kickstarter, Indiegogo? Consulting? all of these modalities of people buying, they buy before they ever receive. So now that we understand we got to solve the problem manually, we do need to sell a few people on the idea first. So we have to draft a simple, done-for-you offer. Step one, we have to write a one-page offer, and it follows a very structured format. We start with the problem. That's what they're going to resonate with. You got that from those interviews, those conversations. The second is the promise, which is what is the transformation they'll receive by using your product. The third part is the timeline. How fast can you get that problem solved using your software? The fourth is the price. What's the investment? And the fifth, to get them to buy without being scared, is the guarantee. What are you willing to commit to? So for example, you might have an offer that sounds something like this. Stop losing customers. We'll clean your database and give you insights for the best next steps for your business in 30 days for $2,500 a month or your money back. Do you see how we had those 5 elements in that offer? The next thing is we got to call back those 10 customers we talked to in step 1 and present the offer to them. The best part is they're excited to hear what we've learned from other people, so they'll get on that call, and then we can just reaffirm that they have those challenges, and you remind them what they said to you, and you say, well, here's what we've developed, and we'd love to have you part of our early adopter program. Number 3, once they buy, solve the problem manually first using simple tools. I'm talking like AI-powered simple tools like spreadsheets, a virtual assistant, or somebody else that you can convince to help you out. Here's an example that Matt did. First off, he helped them clean up the data. Then he pulled all their data into a CRM manually, cleaned it up in a spreadsheet, and then presented the scorecard that Precision automates today with the power of AI. And that's all he did. And he made money without any software. So be just like Matt. I know a lot of you guys already have businesses and are wanting to implement AI into every department. That's why I created my AI implementation playbook that helps you integrate it in your business. Super simple. I'm talking sales, finance, marketing, all of it. So if you want a copy of that, just message me the word AI business on Instagram and I'll send it over. So you solved the problem manually and you're getting paid now because you got those sales done, but now it's time to build something. But hold on, don't get fancy yet. Step 4, build a clickable prototype. Disclaimer, it's not a product. It's a fake solution. That's why it's called a clickable prototype. It doesn't work. It simulates it. Don't go and spend $50K building a full product. Trust me, people out there will take your money. Build a clickable prototype that looks real, that doesn't actually work. We call this the Wizard of Oz. I've done this several times. I once built a company called Flowtown. We presented a bunch of people the product. What did we do? We validated that the customer understood their pain, that they wanted it solved the way our solution worked, that they were willing to pull out a credit card. And because we had nothing built, we had to put them on pause. So we just said that we had so much demand that the servers were overloaded. And that allowed us to keep them in a wait list that eventually we could circle back and actually sell them the whole thing once the product was built. The idea is to test the product before you even build anything. The cool part today is there's tools that are AI powered, tools like Figma, UXPilot.ai, or Visily.ai to create mockups in seconds. And the truth is, and I say this to my coaching clients all the time, complexity kills more businesses than competition. So we want to keep it simple. We need to simulate the experience. So here's how you build your prototype. So 1, sketch the flow on paper. What does the user see? I know in the world of prompting, you can get it to do that, but this is for you. This is for us to think about the flow and the diagram. And the cool part is if you do that, take a picture of it, and then you can give that to an AI in the future. Second is use a tool like Visily.ai or Figma.com. You can literally describe what you want in plain English. Okay, so if you can speak a language, you can get it to prototype and it'll build the screens for you. And then you can link them all together to create that clickable demo. And the third is now get in front of 5 new customers and record their reactions. Watch what they click. Pay attention to what they ask. That's a really important thing to learn before I go pay an engineer to go build something from scratch. The truth is, you'll learn more in 5 customer calls than in 5 weeks of sitting there coding your prototype. So now that you've got a prototype, and you can understand because you saw your customers react to it, great. But here's the key. You need to get paid before you build a real thing. Step number 5, build your MVP, your minimum viable product. The key is you don't want to overcomplicate it. What's the minimum amount of features that gets them some value around the problem they're dealing with? Not every feature. You're not here to boil the ocean. The simplest version of your tool is the best one to start with. So core features only. If you didn't know this, Facebook started with 1 college and it did one thing, which lets you know who was in your class. Amazon started with just books. You don't need to be everything to everyone. You have to be very specific in your problem solution for a very specific customer. So for example, I was building a product called Social Suite, which takes all of my contacts, all of my followers, it adds data enrichment and AI enrichment and allows me to search it so I can really mine my network. And we were showing it to customers and they loved it. They started using it and all of a sudden the requests came in. People will come to you with custom reports they want, advanced user permission. My favorite one is white labeling. Could you white label this for us so that your logo goes away and we can use it? But here's the deal. Don't get distracted by any one person. All we do is we write down the requests and then we ask ourselves, will this impact 80% of our users today? Is it something they want? If the answer is no, we say thank you. We'll let you know when we add that and you get back to business. Here's the easiest way to build your MVP without code. I'm gonna grab my laptop and I'm gonna walk you through it step by step and we're gonna have some fun. First thing is go create an account for Manus.ai. So we load up Manus AI and we're gonna generate a full stack app from a single prompt and then we'll iterate from there. So what you wanna do is select the develop apps feature. It's at the bottom there, you'll see it. You click that, then we go into the prompt. Now use this exact prompt template. It'll be in the description if you wanna copy paste it, but let me show you how that looks. So essentially you have your core promise, example, build a software product that cleans up someone's data and gives them insights on the right next step that they should take in their business. These are part of the offer we talked about. And then we say only build the screens because we want to make sure we keep it simple. So 1, the screen and the login. 2, the screen 2, which is the data input. Screen 3, output and insight. So if you've wireframed them, you can essentially just screenshot that and you can add that as attachment if you have it, but it helps you keep yourself focused. And then we have the authentication, run your email and password. We keep the UI clean, minimal, and most importantly, fast, no extra features. We want to tell Manus, look at this, make it functional with basic styling. No role, permissions, no complexity settings, no admin dashboards. If something is uncertain, just implement the simplest version. So then we run it. It's the future. I'll just fast forward this, but you can see it, build the logo and go through and write the code. That's the CSS code. And then it's gonna build the front end code and it's gonna keep doing it. It's gonna build the database and it's doing the whole thing. And then it shows you the interface. So you got the mobile, it's mobile first. Like I said, treat it like an intern. Pretend it's a person, you talk to the person, you tell it to make it better, faster, simpler, and it can actually extrapolate what you're saying and implement those changes. Here's my big question to you. When AI can solve any problem, the problem to solve is knowing what problem to solve. And that is why I'm giving you very small aperture to execute so you don't get yourself in your own way and solve the wrong problem at the wrong time. So now you just saw how you can have your minimum viable product in minutes, not months. And now it's time to go live. This is my favorite part because now you're gonna start hearing what's working, what's not, and that'll help you iterate and scale. Okay, so now you just saw how to successfully create the foundation for an AI business with one person. But the final step is where most people are messing up, but you won't. Step number 6, scale with AI agents, not headcount. I dare you to scale your business by adding the least amount of people as possible. And AI can help you do that. Here's how I look at it. You're starting from scratch, okay? 0 to 100K. The truth is you're doing everything. Okay, you're getting good at the different skills, but you're using AI to help you move faster. Then we go up to the next level, you know, that 100K to $1 million. That's when you start building systems AI can run through automation. Maybe it's the onboard, maybe it's support, maybe it's operation, financials. Then you go to $1 million to 10 million. That's where you stack AI agents and workflow and loop yourself in only for things that need your attention. Cool part is, if you need to learn this, you just ask AI to teach you. At Martell Ventures, where I spend most of my time, we launch a new AI company every 4 weeks. And we just launched a company that's already doing $83,000 a month in recurring revenue with just the founder and 2 part-time contractors. That entire business runs on workflows and AI agents. Essentially, the founder spends his time on strategy and sales while everything else happens automagically. That is the future of business. Massive leverage with minimal headcount. The days of bragging about how big your team is are gone. Now it's bragging about how much revenue you make with the least amount of people. And look, I get it. This is a lot. But if you can follow these simple steps, you can build a real AI business from scratch, even if you don't know anything about AI, because it comes down to conversations with real people. You don't need an army. You just need a system, an AI-powered system, and the guts to do it differently. And as a reminder, if you want my internal AI implementation playbook, just DM me AI Business on Instagram and I'll send it over to you. Now, if you want to learn how to get rich in the new AI era, click here and I'll see you on the other side.